Hi guys, it's Dave Dog here, Road to Glory with Bradford Park Avenue. This is the end of season review for 2030-31 season. A season where we sneaked into the playoffs on the last day and very nearly got to the final. Say very nearly. 3-2 losers at Fylde. On the stats, if you've watched the previous episode, you'll see we should have perhaps got more from that game and got through to the final. We overachieved really based on the squad that we've got. Most of the season we were up and down. When all our players played well, we did well. There was some bad performances in there, specifically up front. The injury to Ricky Donaghy towards the end of the season obviously had an impact. He chipped in with goals and assists during the season. So let's get on with this end of season review then. Let's have a look at the players we signed. And Jordan Westwood came in, a bit slow starter, came in on loan from Oldham. And 26 appearances, 6 subs, 18 goals, and an average rating of 7.19. So 32 games, 18 goals, better than 1 in 2. We've looked at the chances of signing him. I don't know whether his contract's up. Let's just have a look at his contract with Oldham, which expires. So he could be a free agent. We'll keep an eye on him, but after his performances with us last season, we won't be the only club that's looking at him. It's saying the star signing was Paul Tate, 6.76. An out-and-out left back. It says centre back there, but he's only 5'9", not very good aerial reach. He didn't really become that experience we wanted at left back, and McGee played most of the games there. Courtney Baker-Richardson, 35-year-old, well-travelled striker. He did a reasonable job for us. Says the board are disappointed with the deal. It's mainly down to giving a player a wage that is too high for his place in the squad. How much were we paying him? £450. He did a good job, 14 goals in 17 starts, 24 sub-appearances. Once he made his decision to retire, we definitely brought him on off the bench for his experience. And I'm quite happy with that one, really. 14 goals. We scored a lot more goals this season, or we seem to, from the forwards anyway. Luke Softly, centre-back, played most of the games during the season. 46 and 3 subs, just 1 assist, an out-and-out defender, and a bit up and down from him. He had good games, he had bad games. I've seen that he doesn't like playing in big matches, which is usually something I look at when signing players. So that must have come on since he came to us. Kieran Flavell played in real life for the Avenue this season. His previous club was AFC Telford. I think a lot of these were free agents. It's saying transferred in from. Board are disappointed with the deal, mainly down to giving the player too high a wage. Yeah, we are struggling with wages, and this has certainly hampered us in getting some better players in. So 14 appearances, 6.77, not brilliant, but stood in during the injuries to Tom McCauley, who he had 2 or 3 during the season. Florio, we signed him towards the end of the season. Again, not as good as we thought. 2 appearances, 2 subs, 6.57. Board are pleased. This mainly down to the player's high ability level relative to the squad. 475, so yeah, he's 3.5 star. He's still under contract for another year. We'll see what happens next year should we carry on. I'm in 2 minds at the moment. I'm going to see how it goes with regard signing players and budgets and finances, but we've got big decisions to make. Some big players that have been at the club a number of years are out of contract, and depends whether we can get anybody better, and we certainly have to move anywhere. Jacob Mensah, again, another disappointing signing. He's averaged only 6.56. Played 6 games and 2 subs, and the board are disappointed, mainly down to giving the player too high a wage. Certainly didn't live up to expectations. We expected more of him. He's only 2 star, 30-year-old, probably past his best. We probably signed him based on his previous games for other clubs. So those are the transfers in, transfers out. We just look at them. Sam Shearing transferred to Kidderminster. These will be his appearances for Kidderminster. 19 and 27, 1 goal, 6.87. The board are satisfied with the decision to sell Sam Shearing. We didn't get any money for him, obviously. One we did get money for was Jaden Wareham. We got 10 grand, and he's hardly played. He's played 1 game for Gloucester. The board are disappointed with the deal, so we're disappointed the deal didn't include a larger future fee. Well, it's not likely to be any fee based on the fact that he's only played 1 game. Yeah, we got good money for Jaden Wareham, in my opinion. Always a good penalty taker, but never showed the heights that he did with Guiseley when he was a regular scorer for them. John Pike, a youngster, 18-year-old fullback, went to Carlton. He's played 3 and 5 subs, 1 goal, 6.4. So the players we've got rid of, nobody's tore up any trees really. Craig Francis, another youngster, went to Kempston. Loans out. Luke Gray went to Colne later on in the season. 5 appearances, 1 goal, 3 assists. So he's done quite well at a lower level. Very unhappy about the decision to loan him out. Feels he could have demanded a loan fee. What, from Colne? I don't think so. But one to look out for in the future. All depends how we go in the transfer market, how we do with the contract negotiations, what money we have to spend. It's all up in the air at the moment. So this season's results. Avenue got off to a tremendous start in August that propelled them into 14th place. Whoa. Gave themselves a platform to go on and secure a richly deserved playoff place. That wasn't what they were saying towards the end of the season. A richly deserved. We got in there on the final day due to Gateshead letting us in. So final position 7th. Average home attendance 699 is terrible. We're certainly not going to get any finances with crowds like that. Top goal scorer Jordan Westwood. That must be just league goals. The board are pleased to reach the semi-final of the playoff north. Yeah, certainly. If we look at the results, early doors, we lost quite a few games. 4-2 to Darlington, 3-0 to Chester, who eventually won the league. Filed 5-2, we lost in the playoff semi-final. Then we went on a bit of a run without getting beat. Lost 1-0 to Spennymoor, 3-1 to rivals Guiseley at home. This was a bit of a bad spell, was this, around about November. Lost away to Gateshead 4-3. And then a fairly decent run. Lost 1-0 to Kettering. 1-0 to Chester again, so not a bad result, seeing as Chester ran away more or less with the league. They won it by 14 points. Then a decent unbeaten run there, I think it was 13 games, before we lost away to Telford, who also got promoted in the end. Too many draws really, and not enough consistent performances. A 3-1 defeat to Scunthorpe at home, and at the end, semi-final defeat to Fylde. Better consistency was needed. We were never really having a chance finishing 7th in the playoffs. As I said during those videos, 3 away games you've got to navigate to get through, and against much better sides. When you've got sides that are gaining 100 points in the playoffs, you're up against it, and even Fylde had 96, so nearly 100 for them. So those top 3 sides were very clear of the rest. So we ended up 1 place behind Guiseley and 5 points. So let's have a look at our cup then. FA Cup, we were knocked out in the first round, so we had a reasonable cup run. Knocked out by Swindon Town near the bottom of League 2. A lot better than us. Wins over Gainsborough Trinity after 2 draws and a penalty shootout. Mickleover, a narrow 1-0 win, and then another replay against Curzon Ashton. So we didn't have it easy getting past those lower league clubs. And then we played Swindon in the first round proper away. So it got us a bit of money in, did that. And we only narrowly went down 1-0. So the board are happy with that. Ricky Donaghy, 2 goals, our top scorer in the FA Cup. The FA Trophy, we knocked out in the 5th round by Barrow. A disastrous game that one was. Barrow, much better, well, the National League side, I wouldn't say much better, but they were in that game. 4-1, we defended terribly in that. Ricky Donaghy, again, the top scorer in the Cup, 4 goals. We made good progress. We beat Maidstone, another National League side, in the previous round, so quite happy with that. Overall, the season with the tools that we had, the squad that we had, reaching the playoffs, reaching the board's expectations for the Cups. Moments to remember, the biggest win, 5-1 against Hensford in February of 31. Greenwell 2, Westwood a hat-trick. This is when Westwood became alive and started being our main man up front. Match to remember, a 2-1 win over Spennymoor. A late goal 10 minutes from the end from Westwood gave us a 2-1 win. Don't know particularly why that was a match to remember. Probably moved us up into the playoffs. Goal of the season, Oldham Loney Westwood provides a perfect finish to an excellent team move by scoring an effort from 21 metres, which curled past the keeper in that 5-1 win against Hensford. The 86th minute, let's see if we can see that one. So we're going to see this goal from Westwood. That was the goal of the season. See if I agree with that. Here we go then. Barrett to Fura. Fura to Hinchy. Cutting holes through Westwood. 1 touch into the top corner. Yeah, not a bad goal, but we scored some good goals all season. I'm not sure whether I would have picked that one out myself. The finances, so let's have a look at this. Your success certainly helped the club finances, they certainly did. Sponsorship is up just over 52,000. Broadcast revenue also up. All finances are up. Annual revenue. Merchandise, non-domestic sales amounting to nothing. 7.44 thousand. The cups certainly helped our finance. So let's have a look at what they class as our best team. How we lined up. So Macaulay in goal. Barrett, Sam, Softly. Yeah, they've got them the different way around. McGee. Yeah, different way around for Fiora and Greenwell, but same there. And Goy, Trusty, and Donaghy up front, not Westwood. But my team would have Donaghy on the right and Westwood up front. Not too much to complain with on that team. So the accolades, Dave Dogg, 71 now, getting on. Fans player of the season, Ricky Donaghy. Young player of the season, Ricky Donaghy, still only 24, so he could get better. He's under contract for another year. Signing of the season, Paul Tate, average rating 6 point. I don't see how that's come about. Goal of the season, Westwood, we've seen that one. Top goal scorer, Ricky Donaghy with 20 with the Cups. Most assists, Tate Trusty with 12. Up and down was Tate Trusty. When he's good, he's very good. Has too many poor games and 1 or 2 injuries as well. So we might be seeing the last of Tate Trusty. Most player of the match awards, Ricky Donaghy, 14. So just showing what a big miss he was in those playoff matches. Highest average rating. Most passes completed, the old man Sam Fielding, 32. Experienced centre-back, we use him as a defensive midfielder. 62 completed passes per 90. Sam is wanting to sign a new contract with just his agents playing hard, Paul, trying to get more. He's made about 430 appearances for the club so far. Record breakers, most goals in a match, Jordan Westwood 3. Most goals playing a league match, the same. Most player of the match awards in the season, Ricky Donaghy 14. Most league appearances by a player, league appearances 398. It's over 400 with cups. Youngest goal scorer, Jamie McGee. He's one that I'm really pleased with this season. Certainly above his 1-star rating, and only 17. Broke into the team when he was 16, and as you can see there, youngest goal scorer, just over 17 years old. Oldest goal scorer, of course, Courtney Baker-Richardson. 35 years and 130 days. He's now retired at the end of the season, so we won't be seeing any more of Courtney. History in the making. Bradford Park Avenue started better than anyone would have expected and rarely slipped up after. Agree with that. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch. Such a feat didn't go unrewarded at our end of season awards. Once Bradford got rolling early in the season, they never looked back. Manager timeline, the most waste of time bit on this review. No trophies, no major awards. And that is the season review. Let's just have a look at the finances then. We're 134,000 in the red. We did actually make a reasonable profit, just under 50,000. A profit in this current month of May of nearly 17,000. So what we really need to do is boost the gate receipts. Obviously get a better team. What I'm thinking about is starting from scratch again. Putting young players in, the regens, and doing one more season, see how we go with that. You know, really stripping back the budgets. 1 or 2 decent players like Donaghy, and there's hope that may sign Fiora again, and going from there, but it's up in the air at the moment. It'll depend on how things go coming into the end of the close season. So if you've got any comments, anything you might think we could do to spruce up this save. It is a bit boring just going through the season, getting to the playoffs or just outside the playoffs. Really, you've got to be up there, top 2 or 3 to get out of this, like we did a couple of seasons ago. We finished second and runners-up in the FA Trophy to Scarborough. So that was a good season. But as we saw when we got into the National League, it's a struggle. If you haven't got any money, we were dumped straight back down again. So overall balance, 134,000. The transfer budget, we've got £4,500, but that's no good without a wage budget. So we'll probably be moving that into the wage budget. Can we do that now? Move that over, and that gives us 7,900. That's only just about under £100 a week more than we've got at the moment, but we could be getting rid of some high earners. Yeah, we'll keep it at that at the moment. We've got to have some wage budgeting. Loans is a way to go, I think, but there again, it's persuading the players to come to us. If we can get Westwood on a free transfer, but there'll be other clubs in there for him, I would think, after the loan spell he's had with us. So that's it for now. come back for the next video. I'm going to go through all the close season, and we'll come back during the pre-season friendly and give you an update. As I say, comments are welcome. What would you do in this position? Do I resign and look for another job? I'm not so sure that I would get one in a much better situation. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, the regulars that watch and like my videos all the time. I don't really do it to get loads and loads of views. I'll continue to do something in some form. Maybe not with Bradford Park Avenue. That's all for now then. Dave Dog, goodbye.